Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you some movies to see where you will be able to understand the Kazakh culture, especially if you're coming here or maybe you're already here. So let's start. The movie number one, which I recommend you to see, is called Racketer. This is a pure Kazakh movie. So it was directed by Akan Satayev. It's a director from Kazakhstan. All of the actors are also Kazakhs, and the whole movie took place in Almaty. So thanks to this movie, you will be able to see what was going on in Kazakhstan in the 90s. This movie starts when the USSR just collapsed, and the main character, Ayan, he starts his way to survive in this house. And really, the 90s were the house. Everyone survived as they could. So this movie will show you not only the relationships between the people, but you will also be able to see how people survived, what they did, and also you will see how lots of the people made their fortune, what choices they had to do, who they had to kill, and so on. So I'm not going to tell you all of the movie because otherwise it's not going to be interesting for you to watch. So this movie also has a second part. I personally didn't like the second part, but I still recommend you to see it because, well, maybe my taste is not so good, you know, maybe you will like it. This movie will show you the modern Almaty, I mean like the today's Almaty, the Almaty which we have now. You will see that we don't ride the horses, we don't live in yurtas, we actually have very cool cars, very cool houses. So definitely this movie is the very first you should see. Movie number two is called Kelin Sabina. Yep, that's my name. And my name is said to be modern. When my mom called me Sabina, there was not so many Sabinas in Kazakhstan in general, because for us, for Kazakh people, the most common names and the usual names that people call their children were Aliya, Asela, Anela, Gauhar, then Sultanat, something like this. But Sabina, it was something very, very too modern for that time. And this movie, why this movie is called Kelin Sabina? Because Sabina is associated with something modern, with the modern Kazakh girls. The main character is a girl, of course, but this girl is played by a famous comedian of Kazakhstan. He's not only a comedian, but he's also a director, and he is a very progressive man. He does a lot of cool things. He makes a lot of cool movies, and I personally like him a lot. And there you will see a girl who was stolen by a guy from a city, from Almaty, and she was taken to a village, and all of her story begins there in the village. This movie will show you the real culture of Kazakh people, of how they are. I've already mentioned that there are very traditional Kazakhs and there are very modern Kazakhs, but they somehow get along with each other, and we don't, you know, hate each other, but we think that we are different. And this is one of the Kazakhs mentality thing, that they want to separate themselves, like the Kazakhs in Kazakhstan being of one nation. We think that there are different Kazakhs. There are this not modern Kazakhs, very traditional Kazakhs, whereas there are very modern, not too much of the traditional Kazakhs. So this movie will show you a lot of interesting things in culture of Kazakhstan. You should definitely see it. The third movie you should see is also Akan Satayev's movie, which is called Businessmen. It's a new movie. It's not a comedy. It's also very close to something like Racketer, but it is a little bit different. So it also shows the story of Kazakhstan, and it will also give you some understanding of what was going on there like 30 years ago and what is going on now. Thanks to watching these three movies, You will get to know more of a Kazakh culture. You will get to know more of what was going on in the past, why people behave the way they behave now, and moreover, this stereotype that Kazakh people are Muslims or they live in yurtas. Kazakh people ride the horses. They will all disappear because you will see how developed we are, how many modern things we have, and probably someone of you will be surprised. So that's all. Only 3 movies. Please let me know if you like them. Bye bye.